5 Lessons from Freakonomics. A rogue economist explores the hidden side of everything. By Dubner, Levitt. Hey everyone, and welcome back to DeftU Insights, your go-to channel for unpacking complex ideas and turning them into practical wisdom for a smarter, more effective life. Today, we're diving into the hidden forces that shape our world, from the decisions we make to the outcomes we see around us. We often think human behavior is incredibly complicated, driven by a million different factors. But what if, beneath all that complexity, there were simpler, more powerful truths at play? What if understanding these truths could give you an edge in making better decisions, seeing through misconceptions, and navigating the world with clearer eyes? We're going to explore 5 profound lessons that challenge conventional wisdom and reveal the surprising logic behind seemingly illogical events. These aren't just academic theories, they're mental models you can start applying today, helping you spot the real drivers of success, failure, and everything in between. So get ready to look beyond the obvious, because once you start thinking this way, you'll never see the world the same again. Lesson 1. Uncover the hidden levers of behavior. Master incentives. One of the most powerful insights into human action is this: people respond to incentives. It sounds simple, right? But the true complexity, and where many systems go wrong, lies in the design of those incentives and the often unforeseen consequences they unleash. Every decision you make, every action you take, and every choice others make is subtly or overtly influenced by a blend of economic, social, and moral incentives. Think about a workplace where management wants to boost team collaboration. They might implement a bonus system that rewards individual top performers. What happens? Instead of collaboration, you often get cutthroat competition, as everyone prioritizes their personal metric over the collective good. The incentive was designed to reward individual excellence, but it inadvertently discouraged the teamwork they actually wanted. Or consider a challenge where you tell yourself you'll hit the gym every day. If your only incentive is a vague sense of future health, it might not be strong enough. But if you add a social incentive, working out with a friend who depends on you, or an economic one, a small penalty for every missed session, suddenly the motivation shifts. The lesson here is twofold. First, critically examine the incentives at play in any situation, including your own life. Are your personal goals truly aligned with your daily habits, or are your habits incentivized by comfort, immediate gratification, or peer pressure? Second, when you're trying to influence others, whether in a family, a team, or a community, be incredibly mindful of the incentives you create. A seemingly good incentive can backfire dramatically if it replaces a stronger, less tangible one, like moral obligation or social responsibility, with a weak economic one. It's like putting a small price tag on a cherished heirloom. You might accidentally devalue its true worth. People will find the path of least resistance to optimize for the reward structure, so ensure that path leads where you actually want to go. In Lesson 2, peel back the layers. Demand transparency. Question expertise. In today's complex world, we often rely on experts: doctors, lawyers, financial advisors, real estate agents. We trust their specialized knowledge. But a critical takeaway is that expertise often creates information asymmetry, where one party, the expert, knows significantly more than the other, you. This imbalance isn't inherently bad, but it creates a powerful opportunity for the expert to steer you toward decisions that benefit them more than they benefit you. Think about buying a used car. The seller knows every rattle, every quirk, every hidden repair. You, the buyer, are at a distinct disadvantage. Smart buyers bring a mechanic, seeking to level the information playing field. Or consider the advice you get from a financial advisor who might earn higher commissions on certain investment products. Are they truly recommending the best option for you or the most profitable for them? The lesson isn't to distrust all experts, but to cultivate a healthy skepticism and actively seek transparency. Always ask, what are their incentives? What information am I missing? Could there be an alternative perspective? Just as the internet empowers consumers to compare prices and review services, you can empower yourself by doing your own research, getting second opinions, and asking pointed questions. Don't be swayed by jargon or dismissiveness. It's about recognizing that people, even experts, naturally optimize for their own self-interest, and it's your responsibility to bridge that information gap. When information becomes public, whether it's through investigative journalism or simply sharing data, hidden power structures often crumble, leaving everyone better informed and able to make truly autonomous choices. Lesson 3. Beyond the obvious. Ask the good questions to find hidden truths. We live surrounded by conventional wisdom, ideas that are simple, comfortable, and widely accepted as truth. But often, this conventional wisdom is more comforting than accurate. One profound insight is that truly understanding the world and uncovering its most surprising truths begins not with finding answers, but with asking the right questions. The good questions that challenge assumptions and lead to genuinely new insights. Imagine if everyone believed that the key to happiness was accumulating more possessions. This might be a comfortable idea, fueling consumerism and economic growth. But a good question might be, does accumulating more possessions actually make people happier in the long run? Or are there other factors at play? The answer, as many studies show, often points to relationships, purpose, and experiences over material wealth. Or consider the idea that a certain job is glamorous and guarantees wealth, like a high-stakes entrepreneur. Conventional wisdom might focus on the success stories, but a good question would be, what are the true odds of achieving that success, and what's the average reality for most people pursuing it? You might find that for every one person at the top, there are thousands earning very little, enduring immense risk for a slim chance. The practical application here is to become an active interrogator of the world around you. When something seems obvious or widely accepted, pause and ask, is this really true? What data supports this? Who benefits from this belief? Seek out contradictions, inconsistencies, and situations where observable reality clashes with popular narratives. Don't be afraid to question the because everyone knows answers. Like a detective looking for the overlooked clue, asking these good questions allows you to cut through the noise, challenge lazy thinking, and unearth the surprising, often counterintuitive truths that can unlock a deeper understanding of human nature and societal dynamics. Lesson 4. Trace the tides. Unpack unseen consequences and root causes. When something significant happens, a big shift in society, a dramatic change in a trend, or even a personal setback, our first instinct is often to look for the most obvious, recent explanation. But a crucial lesson is that the true root causes of major phenomena are often hidden, long-term, and sometimes deeply uncomfortable. They can be subtle policy changes from decades ago, shifts in demographics, or unintended ripple effects that only become apparent much later. Consider a local park that suddenly experiences a drop in litter. The immediate explanation might be a new Keep Clean campaign. But what if the real reason was a subtle shift in the park's demographics, with more families with young children now visiting who naturally tend to be more tidy? Or imagine a business that sees a sudden surge in innovation. While the CEO might credit a new leadership initiative, the true driver could be a cohort of passionate, highly skilled junior employees hired years ago who are just now reaching positions of influence. The practical wisdom here is to resist the urge to attribute major outcomes to easy, popular, or self-serving explanations. Instead, train yourself to think systemically and longitudinally. Ask, what happened long before this current event? What seemingly unrelated factors might be at play? Are we mistaking correlation for causation? This means digging past the headlines and popular narratives and being willing to consider less palatable or politically charged explanations. It's about understanding that the seeds of today's events were often sown years or even decades ago, and that significant changes can stem from policies or demographic shifts whose ultimate impact was entirely unforeseen at the time. By tracing these deeper currents, you gain a more accurate understanding of the forces truly shaping your world and your own life. Lesson 5. Build your foundation. Who you are outweighs what you do, often. We're constantly bombarded with advice on specific actions to take. Read to your child daily, network every week, visit museums, spank your kids, don't spank your kids. The market for how-to guides is endless. Yet one of the most surprising insights is that for many significant life outcomes, particularly early in life, who you are and the foundational environment you create often have a far greater impact than the specific daily actions you do. Think about a well-stocked home library. Is having many books the cause of a child's intelligence? Not directly. Rather, it's a strong indicator that the parents are likely educated, value learning, and have created a stimulating environment. Qualities that are often passed down genetically and environmentally. Similarly, the specific name a child is given doesn't cause their destiny. Rather, the type of name often reflects the socioeconomic status and aspirations of the parents. A child with a certain kind of name isn't disadvantaged by the name itself, but because that name often indicates they were born into circumstances that statistically correlate with fewer opportunities. The profound lesson here is to shift your focus from superficial tactics to foundational principles. Instead of chasing every new parenting fad or productivity hack, consider the underlying strengths you bring to the table. For personal growth, it means cultivating traits like resilience, curiosity, and diligence, and building stable environments for yourself. For leadership, it means focusing on hiring smart, intrinsically motivated people and fostering a culture of trust and high expectations. While specific actions and techniques certainly matter, they often amplify or detract from a more fundamental base. By focusing on creating a stable, enriching, and intellectually stimulating foundation, whether for yourself, your family, or your team, you empower long-term success that specific to-do lists alone can rarely achieve. It's about being the kind of person who naturally attracts positive outcomes and provides a fertile ground for growth. Conclusion. So, there you have it. 5 powerful lessons from a fresh perspective on human behavior. We've talked about the subtle power of incentives, the importance of questioning expertise, the bravery of challenging conventional wisdom, the need to seek out unseen ripple effects, and the profound impact of foundational being over superficial doing. These aren't just fascinating observations, they're tools to help you cut through the noise, understand the real forces at play, and make smarter, more informed decisions in your own life and the world around you. Don't just accept things at face value. Be curious, ask the uncomfortable questions, look for the data, because when you do, you'll unlock a new level of insight and influence. What's one area of your life where you're going to start applying these insights? Let us know in the comments below. And if you found this insightful, hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dives, and share this video with anyone who's ready to see the world a little differently. Until next time, keep thinking, keep questioning, and keep growing.